This is SAT Test 1 from College Board, section number 3, no calculator. So let's solve the questions here one by one. First question here is, if x minus 1 over 3 is equals to k and k is 3, what is the value of x? X minus 1 over 3 is equals to value of k is 3 here. So they're asking what is the value of x. So I have to get rid of this 3 from the denominator, so multiply by 3 on both the sides, so you get cancelled with this. X minus 1 is equals to 9, add 1, so x is equals to 10. Answer to this question is A. Let's go to question number 2. This is a complex number question. For I is equals to root of -1, what is the sum? When they ask you sum, you have to do a addition only for the like terms. Oops, what is happening this? Sorry. Okay. So when they are saying sum, you have to do the addition on the like term. So 7 plus 3i adding with -8 plus 9i. So look at here, 7 plus of -8, it's gonna be -1. Most of the time in exam, after doing the first step itself, you should refer to the option, so you can able to eliminate option C and D here, because the real term is -1 but C and D has the difference, so that cannot be the answer. So as there are like two options available with the negative term, -1, then you have to go to the next step. So here 3i plus 9i together, it's going to be 12i. That corresponds to the answer choice A. The question number 2, A is the right answer. Okay, let's go to question number 3. Okay, it's better, let's little zoom in. So for Alright, so on Saturday afternoon, Aman sent M text messages each hour for 5 hours, and the Terran sent P text messages each hour for 4 hours. Which of the following represents the total number of messages sent by Aman and the Terran on Saturday afternoon? Aman sent M text messages per hour and for 5 hours. The total messages sent by Aman can be written as 5M, as they are asking you a total, and the message sent by the Terran, it's gonna be 4P. So option corresponds to this is C, as they are asking us the total, so we have to sum the both. Okay, question number 4 says, Kathy is a technician, is a repair technician for a phone company. Each week she receives a batch of phones that need repairs. The number of phones that she has left to fix at the end of each day can be estimated with the equation P is equals to 108 minus 23D, where P is the number of phone left and D is the number of days she has worked that week. What is the meaning of the value 108 in this equation? So look at it carefully. This is it's a linear equation. It's a linear equation, or we can say the equation of a straight line. So if you compare with this, y is equals to mx plus b, and what this m represents the slope, basically say rate of change of y with respect to x, or change in y with respect to x, and the b is representing the y-intercept. So intercept, or we can say the initial value, always initial. So if you rearrange the given expression, P is equals to -23D plus 108. So what actually this 108 is representing? So this 108 will be representing the initial value, or the initial number of phones so she is deciding for the week. So let's go to the option here. Kathy will complete the repairs within 108 day. No, so because D is the day here representing when the value of D is 0, when the D, there are for 0 number of days when initially she had these many phones. So Kathy starts each week with 108 phones to fix. Yes, answer 2 is the right answer here, because this is the initial number of phones we start every week. So answer to this question, it's gonna be B. All right, so let's go to the next question, question number 5. Okay, so question number 5 is adding polynomials. X square y minus 3y square plus 5x square minus of, okay, so it's basically before adding, so let me keep this first term as it is, x square y minus 3y square plus 5xy square. Now I'll be writing the second term by simplifying. Minus of minus, it's gonna be plus x square y minus times plus is gonna be minus 3xy square minus time minus again, it's gonna be plus 3y square. Okay, now add the like terms, x square y, x square y. So your answer must have 2x square y. After doing this, tab look at to the options. A and B cannot be the answer because the terms are different. 2x square y has only C and D. So your answer choice may be either C or D. Now let's further do, as we can't make a decision based on this first term itself. So then let's add the further like terms. Minus 3 square y here plus 3 square y get freed out, plus 5xy square and minus 3xy square plus 5 minus 3, it's gonna be plus 2xy square. This corresponds to the answer choice C. So C is the right answer to this question. Right, so question number 6. Question number 6 says H is equals to 3a plus 1a.6. A pediatrician uses the model of above to estimate the height h of boys in inches in terms of boys age A in years between the ages of 2 and 5. Based on the model, what is the estimated increase in inches of the boy's height each year? So the expression says H is equals to 3a plus 28.6. So now what is the estimated increase in the boy's height each year? So if I consider A is the current age of the boy, and what will be his age next year, it's gonna be a plus 1. And if you replace a with a plus 1, then it will be like in the height of the boy next year. So 3 times a plus 1 plus 28.6, I can say this can be written 3a plus 3 plus 28.6. Remember, look at here, this can be rewritten as 3 plus 3a plus 28.6. So this is the initial height of the boy, and this height has increased by the value of 3. So this is like the increase in the height each year. So answer to this question is A. There are like many ways to solve. Some student, they do substitute for this 2 and 5, then do the subtraction and then simplifying. It's much longer, so better just as they are saying each year, the increase the age by 1 and solve for it, right? Okay, let's do question number 7. I think it cannot fit it in this. Okay, let me just minimize further. All right, I think this is fine now. Still we are not able to fix it. Okay, perfect. All right, so yep. So the formula above gives the monthly payment M needed to pay off a loan P dollars at R% annual interest over N months. Which of the following gives a P in terms of M, R and N? They're asking the P in terms of M, R and N. Now look at to this question. So this entire expression is multiplied by P. So I have to make a P as a subject. So now we can write it as P is equals to, like to make it like the P as a subject, the denominator term should be get multiplied with M and the numerator term should be get divided with M. So it's just like a cross multiplication. So we can write here as M times denominator term should be get multiplied 1 plus R over to the power n minus 1 over. Now look at to the, after writing this step itself, look at to the option m times this expression. Which one is giving m times this expression? 1 plus r over 1200 to the power n. That corresponds to answer choice B. It's not necessary to complete the entire expression rearranging and then go to the option. After doing the first step itself, you should check to the options. So here C and D cannot be because they have simplified, so the answer may be either A or B. In A they just replaced M with P, but that is not the way. How do you write the P in terms of other variable? You have to simplify in this way. So 7 is B is the right answer to this question, right? Okay, let's go to, yes, here we can increase this. Here we can increase, right? So let's go to question number 8. If A by B is equals to 2, what is the value of 4B by A? When they're saying A by B value is 2, so it's basically 2 over 1. I can write just do the cross multiplication from this one, or we can say get rid of B from this side. So there are many ways. So A can be written as 2B now. So but they are asking what is the value of 4B. So how do you make this 2B to become 4? You have to multiply that entire expression by 2. This is written as 2A is equals to 4B. Now divide by A here, then this is what we are getting. So 4B over A is 2. So answer to this question is C. C is the right answer here. Now question number 9. Question number 9 is 3x plus 4y is equals to negative 23. 2y minus x is negative 19. Now they are saying what is the solution x comma y to the system of equation above. So here you can solve by different method. One, you can go with the elimination or substitution, or you can also solve it from the back answers to the question by substituting the value of x and y. So you can follow either. Let me just go with solving for a substitution. So second expression I can write here as, second expression I can rewrite it as x is equals to 2y plus 19. So what I'm doing here, so we have like 2y minus x equals to 19. So I have to get rid of x. I have to write in terms of x, so add both the side x, so this get cancelled out. Then we left it like 2y is equals to x minus 19. So add 19 on both the side, so that gives you 2y plus 19 is equals to x. This is what I did here. Now substitute this value of x into the first equation, okay, so that you can solve for y. Then your first expression is 3 times x can be replaced in terms of y as this. So 3 times 2y plus 19 plus 4y is equals to negative 23. 3 times 2, 6y. 19 times 3, it's gonna be 57 plus 4y is equals to negative 23. So it's gonna be, add the like term, 6y, 4y, 10y plus 57 is equals to negative 23. Arrange in the like term, get rid of this 57 from this, subtract by 57 on both the side. Then we can say 10y is equals to 57 minus 23, it's gonna be negative 80. So divide by 10, divide by 10. So value of y, it's gonna be negative 8. So look at to this option. Which option giving the value of y to be negative 8? That's only option B. So answer to this question is B. B is the right answer here, right? So let's go to question number 10. Question number 10 says g of x is equal to ax squared plus 24. It's a function question. For the function g defined above, a is a constant and g of 4 is 8. What is the value of g of minus 4? By making use of this this equation, g of 4 is equals to 8, first you need to solve for a. So let me write, when you take the value of x to be 4, g of 4 can be written as a times 4 square plus 24, and we know that g of 4 value is 8 is equals to 4 square times a, 16 a plus 24. Arrange it in a like terms, so negative 24, so you get cancelled out, so 8 minus 24 is negative 16 is equals to 16a. So divide by 16, sorry, it's a 16. So the value of a from this one, it's gonna be negative 1. Now substitute this back, this value you can replace. Now then your expression for g of negative 4 is, value of a we got as negative 1 times negative 4 square plus 24. It's gonna be negative 1 times positive negative 4 square is 16. 16 times 1 is negative 16, positive 24, so it's gonna be 8. So answer here is a. A is the answer to question number 10. Now let's go to question number 11 and 12 together. Okay, great. Question number 11 is, in the equation above, B and C represent the price per pound in dollar of beef and chicken respectively. X weeks after July 1 during the last summer, what was the price per pound of beef when it was equal to price per pound of chicken? So when they are saying these, both of the prices were equal. So to solve for X, so to get the value of price of beef, you should know what is the value of X. So how do you solve here? You can solve you can solve the X by equating both equation with equal with each other. Why? During some time the price of the beef and chicken were equal, so that's we can say 2.35 plus 0.25x is equals to 1.75 plus 0.40x. Oops, this is the point. Okay, so how do you simplify? Just separating the like terms, right? So 2.35, 1.75, first minus 1.75 and minus 0.25x on both the side, so that 1.75 and minus 0.25x on both the side. Then what happens, this term and this term get cancelled out from the left side, this term and this term get cancelled out from the right side. So 2.35 minus 1.75, it becomes 0.60 is equals to 0.40 minus 0.25, it becomes 0.15x. I need the value of x, so divide by 0.15 by 0.15, so 0.6 over 0.15, that gives you the value of x to be 4. Now substitute this value of x back into the original equation of b is equals to 2.35 plus 4 times, oh sorry, yeah, sorry, so it's basically plus 0.25 times 4. 0.25 is nothing as 4, so 0.2 times 4, 0.25 times 4 is equals to 1, so 2.35 plus this entire expression, this value is gonna be 1, so 2.35 plus 1, it's gonna be 3.35. so answer here is D. D is the right answer to this question. Okay, let's do question number 12. Question number 12 says, in a line in the xy plane passes through the origin and has a slope of 1 by 7. Which of the following points lies on the line? The slope usually we represent with the notation m, and whenever a line passes through the origin, the slope of the line is y by x itself. When you substitute the value of x and y here, that should give you the answer as 1 by 7. So which of the following equation gives you that? So keep trying for the options A, B, C and D. Which option gives you answer to be 1 by 7? That itself is the value. Now look at, in all the options, y is going to be 7 and x is going to be the different value. So the numerator is getting 7 here. So a y is 7 7 7, so it's going to be 7 over something, 7 over something, 7 over something. So a, b and c cannot be the option. Then 2 over something, so 2 over 14. Yes, the possibly 2 over value of x is 14 is equivalent to 1 by 7. So that's why answer to this question it's gonna be D. D is the right answer here. All right. Okay, let's move to question number. Okay, let's move to question number 13. Yeah, question number 13 is, if x is greater than 3, which of the following is equivalent to? So we have to simplify the given expression. Which of the following is equivalent to? So 1 over x plus 2 plus 1 over x plus 3. So this can be, how do you simplify this? When you add or subtract the fractions, you have to make a common denominator. So how do you make a common denominator for variables? So you have to multiply the denominator of this term with the numerator here. Have to multiply the denominator of this term with the numerator here. So this 1 over, you can write it as 1 times x plus 3 plus 1 times x plus 2 over, you have to multiply this each term with each other. So we can write it here as x plus 2 times x plus 3. So look, so 1x plus 3, 1x plus 2. This can be written as 1 over 2x plus 5. Then when you do the distributive, when you apply the distributive property here, multiplying x with this, then with this, multiplying this 2 with this, and then with this, you'll be getting it as x square plus 5x plus 6. So this is 1 over, so this is like 1 over this term. This can be written as x square plus 5x plus 6 over 2x plus 5. So that corresponds to option B. So why I'm writing this term, why I'm taking this term to the numerator? Look at here what actually happening. If I'm saying a over b over c, this can be written as a divided by b over c. So how do you convert this division into multiplication? Just by flipping the second term. First term a as it is, b over c can be written as c over b, and that is can be written as ac over b. This is how we are doing here. Okay, so this is the way of, how I'm converting that into, this is how I'm taking that to the numerator. Now let's go to question number 14. Question number 14 says, okay, let's erase, okay, erase it all. Okay, question number 14 says, if 3x minus y is equals to 12, what is the value of 8 to the power x over 2 to the power y? See, this is an exponential question. So to make use of the exponential, base must be same. Then how do you convert? Either you have to convert 2 in terms of 8, or you have to convert 8 in terms of 2 to make base to be same. So here we can write 8 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2. So that can be written as 2 cube. Now directly substitute here, 2 to the power 2 cube, sorry, cube to its power x can be written as 2 to the power y. This will be written as 2 to the power 3x. So why I'm following this identity here, a to the power m to its power n can be written as a to the power m times n. Then that will be written as 2 to the power y, and this expression can be written as 2 to the power 3x minus y. I'm following this identity here. A to the power m over a to the power n can be written as a to the power m minus n. So this is the rule what I'm following here. And now directly substitute the value of 3x minus y. It's given is 12. So 2 to the power 12 is the right answer. So answer to this question is A. Right. Okay. Okay. So question number 15. Question number 15 says, if ax plus 2 times bx plus 7 is equivalent to 15x squared plus cx plus 14 for all values of x and a plus b is 8, what are the two possible values of c? Whenever they are saying here this expression is equivalent to this for all values of x, it means the coefficient of x variables are same. The coefficient of variable, let's simplify, use the distributive property to simplify the first term. Ax times b, let me write it in the same way how it is. So let me write here ax plus 2 times bx plus 7. This they are saying this is 15x square plus cx plus 14. Use the distributive rule here, multiply this with this with this, then this with this, and this with this. So ax times bx can be written as abx square plus ax times 7, it's gonna be 7ax. 2 times bx is gonna be 2bx. This term is as it is, plus 14, right? Okay, so now this will be written as abx square. X is the common in this both, then you can write it as 7a plus 2b times x, sorry, 7a plus 2b times 7a plus 2b times x. I just erase here. Okay, plus 14 is equals to 15x square plus cx plus 14. All right, so as I told, when they say the equations are equal for all values of x, it meaning the coefficient of x squared here and here must be same. Coefficient of x this side and this side must be same. So I, from this I can write as ab is equals to 15 and c is equivalent to 7a plus 2b. They are asking us what are the possible value of c. To get the value of c, you must have to have a value of a and b. So one expression we got it as ab is equals to 7, and the another they have given us a plus b is equals to 8. When you add two number, the result is 8, and when you multiply those two number, their product is 15. The sum of the two number is 8 and the product of the same two number is 15. So what are those numbers? So those number, a may be 3, b may be 5, or a may be 5, b may be 3. So any of the possibility here. Substitute a as 3 and b as 5. Substitute first this in the c, then check it. 7 times 3 plus 2 times 5. So 7 times 3 is going to be 21 plus 10. 2 times 5 is 10. So one possible value of C is going to be 31. So look at to the option. Only option D has a C value is 31. So answer without solving another one, you can say answer to this question it's D. Alright. So now let's move to the other part of the test. This is students produced response questions or grading questions. So question number 16. Oops, I don't want this. Okay, leave it. So question number 16. Question number 16 says if t square is greater than 0, sorry, if t is greater than 0 and t square minus 4 is 0, equal to 0, what is the value of t? So t square minus 4 equal to 0. Arrange it in the like terms. Add 4 on both the side. 0 plus 4. So this get cancelled out. So t square is equals to 4. But they are asking what is the value of t. Take a square root on both the side. Square root and square get cancelled. T is equals to square root of 4 is written as plus or minus 2. As they mentioned, t has to be positive, so the value of t it's gonna be 2. The answer to this question, the value of t is 2. Alright, so let's solve question number 17. Okay, let's solve question number 17. Question says a summer camp counselor wants to find a length x in feet across the lake as represented in the sketch above. The length represented by AB, EB, BD and CD on the sketch were determined to be 1800 feet, 1400 feet, 700 feet and 800 feet respectively. Segments AC and DE intersect at B and angle AEB is equals to angle CDB have the same measure. What is the value of x? They are saying what is the value of x in feet. So let me just resketch this diagram. Oops, I'm not good at the diagram, just refer for this analyzing purpose. A, E, this is B, this is D and this is C. So this is x and they said this is gonna be 1800, this is gonna be 1400, this is 700 and this is 800, right? And they say this angle is equivalent to this and these are vertically opposite angles, so I can say if two angles are equal then the third angle has to be equal in the triangle. So then these two triangles are similar triangles. So when the two triangles are similar, then they has to satisfy the corresponding ratio, their sides to be in a specified ratio. So how you can represent their side? So now look at, if you are talking about the corresponding side EB and BD, so the side this is twice of the whatever the side this has. Then in the similar way the corresponding side of DC and AE, if this is 800 then this side should be double of that, so this has to be 1600. This is how you just look at to the triangle and you can answer, or you can also do it in another way. As I told, their corresponding ratio should be equal, so the ratio of AE over DC is equals to BE or EB over BD. Substitute AE is x over 800 is equals to 1400 over 700. So simplify this, times 1 times 2, then x is equals to 2 times 800, x equals to 1600. Again you're gonna get the same. So just follow, like if you are sure about that, if you know, and this can be done, this type of analysis you can be able to do only by doing the lot of practice. So there are like many questions available on the college board website and on the Khan Academy. You can refer them to work out on and keep practicing, right? So question number 17 is this. So question number 18, here I think we can increase the size. Okay, perfect. Okay, so x plus y is equals to 9 and x plus 2y is equals to negative 25. According to the system of equation above, what is the value of x? When they are asking you the value of x, then try to eliminate the y from the expression. And to how do we eliminate? You can write the expression y in terms of x of 1, and you can substitute that same into the another equation. So I'll be selecting the first expression, x plus y is equals to minus 9. Make y as to be a subject because you have to represent y in terms of x. So minus x get cancelled out. Y can be written as minus x minus 9. Substitute this value of y into the second equation. X plus 2 times negative x negative 9 is equals to negative 25. X negative 2x negative 18 is equals to negative 25. So like terms, x negative 2x going to be negative x negative 18 is equals to negative 25. Get rid of this constant term here, add 18 on both the side. So what happens? Negative x is equals to 25 minus 25 plus 18, it's gonna be negative 7. Therefore the value of x is gonna be 7. Okay, question number 19. So question number 19, it's in the right triangle, one angle measure x where x is 4 by 5. What is the value of cos 90 minus x? So it's basically a complementary angle rule in a trigonometry. So what are the complementary angle rule says? Cosine theta can be written as sine 90 minus theta, or I can also write sine theta can be written as cosine 90. These two angles are equal. So here they are given us from the given equation, sine x can be written as cosine 90 minus x, right? So what is the value of sine x? 4 by 5 is equals to cosine 90 minus x. So the value of cosine 90 minus x is 4 by 5, or you can also write it as 0.8. You can also say 0.8. Okay, so last question of this SAT Math 1 test, no calculator section, is if a is equals to 5 root 2, a is equals to 5 root 2, and 2a is equals to root 2x, what is the value of x? They say 2a is equals to square root of 2x. Now substitute the value of a to here. 2 times of 5 root 2 is equals to root 2x. So this can be written as 10 root 2 is equals to root 2x. How do you get rid of this square root on both the side? You have to square. You have to square on both the side. 10 square is gonna be 100. Square of a square root is the 2 itself. So this can be written as 100 times 2 is equals to square root and square get cancelled. You just get it as 2x. So can divide by 2, divide by 2. So the value of x is gonna be 100. So answer to this question for the value of x is 100.